Hello, I'm Rahna. I'm the head of MoveOn. We are a community of millions of activists, millions of people all throughout this country, and we fight every day to make this country, to build this country better, to make it into a country where all of us can thrive. We take care of one another. We welcome one another. We have an inclusive democracy that's responsive to the people. And that's actually the issue that we're talking about here today. You know, I was driving over here this morning, listening to the Senate Republicans in the Judiciary Committee just completely diminish and mischaracterize what we, all of us here today, what we're about. They were calling us radical Democrats with a radical agenda. And my thought, as I heard this, was what is so radical about needing and believing people should have health care? What is so radical? Everyone loves Senator Warren, don't they? What is so radical about believing and honoring the lives of LGBTQ people who just want to live in dignity and love in dignity and live their lives? What is so radical about me believing, or any of you believing, that we should have the right to control our own bodies and what happens to us and make our own decisions, and government should not be in the middle of that? That is not radical, that is logical. And when we get upset up here, it's because we are astonished, we're angered that people would even have the gall to refuse us the right to take care of ourselves, our families, our friends, and to live in dignity. That's what we are about. 44 million Americans have already cast their ballot. We are in the midst of a national election for president, Senate, U.S. House, and all up and down at the state level. As we stand here, thousands are in line to vote. They're going to spend hours, potentially all day, in line to exercise this franchise. The election is now. It's today, it's tomorrow, it's even next week when this Senate votes on the confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett. This is no time to be jamming through a GOP power grab for the Supreme Court. And America knows it, sir. Mitch McConnell knows it. The Republicans know it, but you know what? They do not care. They know the U.S. Senate ought to be legislating and passing much needed coronavirus relief in this crisis. They know they're denying all Americans a say in who the next justice would be. They know they're overthrowing the will of the people when the majority of Americans have said they don't believe we should be confirming a Supreme Court justice in the midst of a national election. They know they're circumventing the norms. They're lying about the history of the Supreme Court and the fact that they've been packing the courts for years. They know this, but let's be clear, they don't care. You know what they care about? They care about holding on to power. They see their power slipping out of their hands as millions of Americans are finally seeing them for what they are. And they're going to the ballot box and they're voting against Republicans. Their last desperate attempts to hold on to power is to pack the Supreme Court with their ideologues. Through the Supreme Court, they want to cement in place the worst policies of Donald Trump. They want to take away health care from 20 million Americans. They want to take away our right to choose and control what happens to our own bodies. They want to strip away the rights of LGBTQ Americans in this country. They want to decimate voting rights, the right to vote. Our one individual right to exercise our voice in this democracy. They want to strip that away. And they want to do it because they know their time is coming. Amy Coney Barrett is their dream ticket to getting their dirty work done. The work that the vast majority of America disagrees with, we don't want to see happen, and we know will take our society backwards. They can't win these debates on their own. They can't win these debates in the halls of Congress, so they pack the courts in unprecedented ways to force their vision of a warped America for all of us. And we have one message for those Republicans. One message for the Republicans who are packing the courts. One message for the Republicans who are orchestrating this power grab. Our message If you want to commit political suicide, be my guest. We will see you at the ballot box. Thank you, everyone, for all your fight that you're putting into this. The most important thing we can do right now is go to the polls, make our voices heard, vote for a landslide win in 2020.